A great man named Abraham Lincoln, on the afternoon of Thursday, November 19, 1863, gave a speech to the American people. 47 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause, for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve, that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. That government of the people, by the people, for the people, is now slowly dying due to the corruption within itself. This corruption, our leaders, are taking away our civil liberties, and making it almost impossible to protest without police, trying to stop it. New laws such as Obamacare, though not unconstitutional in and of themselves, are unjust, and the fine associated with it is practically taxation, without representation, due to the fact that the people put into office by us seem to no longer hear the voices of the American people who put them there, leaving us without a voice. In July 1776, the Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted a Declaration of Independence, and we then went to war for our freedom. It is time once again to take a stand and take back what is rightfully ours, our freedom.